So last night we got out of here early, and I had a chance to watch the second half of the Celtics game, and Jayson Tatum went down. I paused. I stopped. I was concerned. I started thinking about what could happen if Jayson Tatum was down, if he had to miss time. I started thinking about could they still win a championship? What would happen to the team, etc. So last night there was a scare. I was scared. And I think most Celtics fans held their breath about it. See, the reason why I'm scared, there's talk every day about can the Celtics win a championship without Kristaps Porzingis. Everyone's got an opinion on that one. Can the Celtics win a championship without Jaylen Brown? I'll tell you right now, they cannot win a championship without Jayson Tatum. They can't. I was scared last night for multiple reasons. New ownership, salary cap, the apron, next year his contract kicking in, all the expectations and pressure of this year to go back-to-back and to lose it with 10 games to go in the season. Now, it's a rolled ankle. Sounds like it's all good news at this point. He was laughing about it. He even came back out to take the free throws. But it was a scare. It was the first scare, at least, if you're a Celtics fan. For me, I'm already anticipating a long run here on 98.5 The Sports Hub into June in back-to-back championships. So as far as my calendar goes, I'm locked in from now until the NBA Finals. Like, we'll have the draft in April and all that. But I'm going full barrel. I'm taking one little vacation before the playoffs, and I am locked in for this thing because this run's happening. I predicted it. I've been consistent about it, so there's no green teaming going on. The Celtics are the best team in the league. Not without Jayson Tatum. Right now, Jayson Tatum is having one of the best seasons, and he's playing, and he's doing it all at the right time. He's played 65 games, so he already qualifies for all the postseason awards. So he's probably going to get his fourth consecutive first-team All-NBA. But the timing of this one, Tatum's looked the best he has all season right now. Since returning from the All-Star break, he's averaging 27.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 7.4 assists. I went over these numbers last night, but I'm trying to tell you that he's been the best player in the league since the All-Star break. The only other player in the league to put up numbers like Jayson Tatum right now is Luka Doncic. But Tatum's been a better shooter, fewer turnovers, and they have more wins. So he's playing his best ball of the year, and it's probably the best time of year to play ball, but also maybe one of the worst times to come down with an injury. So here's my take. Bubble wrap this thing to the playoffs. Bubble wrap it up. Down the stretch, it's all about health for the Celtics. I don't care about the All-NBA awards or even winning 60 games or getting the top seed going forward. You have plenty of guys who aren't in the playoff rotation that can finish off the final 10 games. These are the guys I do not want to see for the rest of the year. Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, Horford, Holiday, White. Those 6 guys, bubble wrap them. Last night should be the scare and should be the concern of what could happen to this team. Those guys should not see the floor until the playoffs. I know the schedule isn't favorable. They play tomorrow night, then they're off until Saturday. So they're going to have plenty of time off. I get it. And trying to tell Jayson Tatum not to play, it's going to be impossible. He butts heads all the time about playing. This is where Joe Mazzulla or Brad Stevens or somebody needs to come down and talk to him. Now, credit to you, Jayson Tatum. You have that Tom Brady want to play every game attitude. You don't want someone else to take your spot. You want to play out there. Bravo, kudos. That's awesome. But right now, let's just be honest. It's the second time Jayson Tatum has hurt that ankle. We remember what happened in that Game 7 against the Heat a few years ago. And who knows, if they won that game, was Jayson Tatum even available for the finals? You don't know that. When you re-injure an ankle, it just doesn't go away. I know he's fine. Maybe it was a scare. Maybe he just rolled it. Who knows? Today, is it swollen? I don't know. Bubble wrap. They shouldn't see the floor until the playoffs. And to happen in a meaningless game in Sacramento, and I got it. Tatum says that he wants to play out in West because there are players who get people who get tickets to come and see him play. Yeah, they can see you play in the NBA Finals when you play out West. That's what I would tell them. The Celtics have made it clear that health and rest are their main priority down the stretch. There's no rush to bring Jayson Tatum back. I don't even want to see him on the floor at all. Last night was a scare. I didn't like it. I think they should bubble wrap these guys going forward. You know what? J.D. Davison, have at it. Baylor Sharman, boom. Jordan Walsh, hell yeah. Xavier Tillman, in. All you guys can play. Play them all. With 10 games to go, who cares about 60 wins? Who cares about all NBA awards, Jaylen Brown? You don't need to play those games. You don't. You know what's good? You being the second or third highest paid player in the league and winning back-to-back championships. It's going to be hard to tell Jayson Tatum not to play games, but it's also going to be great when you hoist a second championship and go for a three-peat. But last night was scary. I have to admit. We're not professional athletes, people, but you've rolled your ankle before, right? You hurt it. Maybe you sprained it. You know, I did one in high school once. And you know what happened? I hurt it again on a stationary base. And then I hurt it again. And then I hurt it again. And if you don't treat that ankle, again, we're not professional athletes. We don't treat the ankle. We live with it in pain forever. Now, I'm just relating it to us, where Jayson Tatum's a professional athlete. How about you take the next 10 games off and be ready to go? It's easy. You know, play. Just play in the playoffs when it matters. These games don't matter. I don't care about Sabonis and Sacramento. And if I hear that Jayson Tatum was out for the year because of something he heard against Sacramento, out. They've been so careful about the way they've played the end of this year and who's getting health and, you know, back-to-backs, etc. Don't play them. The Celtics, though, they're 4.5 games now back of Cleveland with 11 games to go. Cavs play in Portland on Tuesday night, Boston and Phoenix. Like, I don't care about Phoenix. Like what? Oh, we have to have Jayson Tatum versus Kevin Durant? I don't care. Out. And like the season series with the Cavs was tied at 2, but there's a tiebreaker and blah. Who cares? The playoffs are approaching. The Celtics are hitting their stride. You don't need anything else to prove. Last night, they score 113 points and hold Sacramento under 100. They're now 21-4, their last 25 games. 14 of those games, by the way, double digits. They're 14-3 since the All-Star break. They're 11-1 in March. And you know what? 8 of those 12 games were without 2 or more of their top 6 with Derek White, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, and Al Horford. So they win last night. It's their 6th straight. Oklahoma City is the only team they didn't beat this season. Just saying. But the starting 5 was back together last night. It was the first time since February 23rd. It's the 15th time. They had their lineup of White, Holiday, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis. It was all on the floor. It's only the 21st game together, though, this season. And early on, White had the foul trouble. Porzingis had the foul trouble. And then the Tatum injury happened. Like, they played 12 minutes combined last night. So I'm over the fact that the starting 5 needs minutes to be ready for the playoffs. Out. I'm out on a lot of things right now. I want the Celtics to just, you know what? Just, again, bubble wrap. Go hang out in the luxury box. Just do something else. But play basketball at this point. So I brought all this stuff up because I try to create content. I don't care about the starting 5 having minutes before the playoffs. Don't care. But for the most part, the second unit's been very good. They were a +6 last night. They shot 53% from the floor. They shot 45% from three. Let those guys play. Let those guys play because they show they can. So, again, it would be nice for the Celtics to have their starting five together and really find a rhythm going into the postseason. But then things like last night happen. And then I don't care anymore. I will say this about the Celtics. If they don't play their guys going forward, I think they've proven that right now they're the best team in the NBA and playing the best in the NBA right now. The Cavs aren't playing the best. Oklahoma City's not either. The team playing the best heading into the playoffs is the Boston Celtics. That's fact. I just gave you the numbers. Finding their groove, big advantage heading into the postseason. Not an advantage, Jayson Tatum getting hurt or somebody else on the team getting hurt. There's too much on the line for the Celtics this year. New ownership, which we'll get into in a bit. Money, pressure. How about being a team that goes back-to-back? There's a lot there. There's too much on the line to put those guys out there in meaningless games. And again, I want to say this. The Celtics bench players have been on fire in the month of March. Shireman shooting 47% from three, 15 of 32. Hauser shooting 46%, 32 of 70. Peyton Pritchard shooting 43% from three. They're crushing it. One more. Sit Jaylen Brown. He returned last night. He had a couple of games off. He's been dealing with a bone bruise in his right knee. No, sit back down. 9 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. He doesn't need to be playing 25 minutes out. No. He's trying to get to that 65-game threshold for the postseason award. He needs to play in 8 of the final 10 games. Sorry, out. He's not playing to his level. Maybe it's the knee. I don't know. He doesn't need to play. Just at this point, you play out the season with the guys you have on the bench, and everybody's ready to go. I think they've proven that they can flip the switch. And by the way, they don't need to flip the switch. They've been the best team in the NBA for the last month. Your thoughts at 617-779-0985. Spencer's in Plymouth. What's going on, Spence? You're on the air.
Hey, Joe. Great show, man. Love it. We got to sit Brown and Tatum down. There's no question about it. You don't have a shot. If either one of those guys gets hurt, season's over. Secondly, we got to stop playing Missoula ball. We can't just throw the ball up every time we cross half court. We actually have to penetrate the paint. We got to get the ball down low where we get contact and get to the free throw line, and we got to start putting pressure because I saw OKC, and I saw OKC coming to Boston, and they drove the ball to the hole consistently, and they were very successful. And they also have an outside game. They have a balanced attack. And I'm concerned that Missoula does not have that balanced attack going into the playoffs. And without it, my prediction is if they do get to the final, which I hope they do, I'm the biggest green teamer out there, I'm concerned that OKC could get you. They really could. They have that type of talent. Quickly, one more thing I want to mention about the Celtics. I love Joe Mazzulla, but I don't understand what he's thinking when it comes to the transition of the game. He doesn't seem to draw up plays like Brad Stevens. He doesn't seem to call the timeout when necessary. He seems to – there's just a lot of odd things that go on there, and he's gotten away with it because he has extreme talent on the team. But would you agree, Joe, that OKC is a big threat?
Yeah, they got to get there, though.
Yeah, you're right. They got to get there, but OKC is going to probably be there, and that's the team that scares me in the NBA. That's the team I think that.
I think they're young. I don't think they're experienced. Yeah. I don't think they've gone like the Celtics. How many game sevens did they go to and not get there? Right. I don't think Oklahoma City has those kind of warts. And honestly, I think Denver, Lakers, Warriors, one of those teams go.
Right. Well, we got to bubble wrap Tatum and Brown. I like to bubble wrap the whole starting five, and let's just get the bench out there. Let's get excited about developing them because we're going to need them in a good long run in the playoffs. We're going to need them. I appreciate it.
Or you're going to need them when they hit the second apron, right? I just want to say this. For those that don't like Missoula ball, let me just say this one more time. Baylor Shireman in 32 threes has hit 15 of them. Joe Math, 45%. Sam Hauser, actually, that's 47%. Sam Hauser, 32 of 70. That's 45%. Peyton Pritchard, 46 of 1. Like, that's Missoula ball, everybody. You don't like it? I don't know. I like when 3 guys shoot over 45% from 3. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Last time I checked, those were good numbers. You know this whole Jaylen Brown All-NBA thing? Did Jaylen Brown play like an All-NBA player this year? No. But you know what? You got your money. Sometimes it's all about the money. Jeff, do you have that? You know what we should do? We should just save it as a hotkey. Just whenever we need the sounder, we just, you got to get, like, I think we have Tommy Boy. You can stick your head up a bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. I think we have that one. We have
Tommy Want Wingy.
Yeah, we have that one in there. We also have the drive-through from I Think You Should Leave. The 50 burgers, 50 french fries, 50. I think we have all that. We need the money on it. Key. You got that for me?
The money is mine.
The money.
The money is mine.
It's about the money.
Oh, Sid Caesar.
The money, everybody. The money.
The money is mine.
The money. If you like that clip, check out more videos from my show, The Joe Murray Show, here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist.